Well, I guess I'm in the minority. I'm not a developer. I used to work for a web agency for 5 years doing consulting on usability, design, project management, helped do all the functional specs for many content management systems that we had in-house. And what I'm going to talk about today, I almost feel like it's an intervention for me. Or maybe the theme should be like, your hobby website sucks, what I figured out. But when I moved to Sweden in 2008, lots of what I was focusing on was SEO. So I was targeting like some keywords that I wanted to rank first for in the US and in Sweden. So I started developing and putting up some WordPress sites and linking them all up and building little hubs and things. One of the websites I started working on, I think I launched it in 2010. I think it was WordPress 3.1, if I remember correctly. Was about mixed martial arts, people fighting. And I just wrote, it was kind of odd hobby site, but it was in English, and it was just about what was going on around in Sweden. And I used to get like 10 people a day or 8 people a day, and I just started writing on this and used it as a blogging tool and to help me with my marketing and SEO. And then, today I get like 1,000 people a day or something like that. And it looks nice. I thought it looked nice. And this is what it looked like, I think, Saturday. Then I realized I have to give this presentation, which I didn't think I was going to have to do because I thought we were going to run long, so I was going to cut myself out. I even added Christian in, hoping he'd take up some more time. So the cool thing is my topic was going to be how to make your WordPress site faster from a non-developer's perspective. So I tried to do that. And what I used as a guide, we were talking about giving things away for a free guy. Eric, I think he's spoken in 2 out of our first 3 WordPress meetups. Runs this company, Burnhold Media, and he had a free giveaway. Get your WordPress website loading under 500 milliseconds, half a second in 14 days. I made it to step 1, and I just wanted to share maybe step 2. So I'm a couple days into it. So this forced me to actually do something, and I want to share my results, and people are already giving me feedback when I give them tidbits about what was happening. So I think I was preparing for a previous meetup. I was going to try to do this, and I ran this through tools at Pingdom, tools.pingdom.com. Load time, 4 seconds. Is that good?
It's all good.
It's not good. I didn't think that was good. And I had 146 requests that I was making. So this is a little summary that Eric's document said you should do at the beginning just to get a baseline. And then my page size is 3.5 megs. Wow. How's that?
It's all good.
It's not good. So the website looked nice, and I have photographers that all the pictures that we have on our website, they're original photography. So it's kind of like, let's be precious with the photographers. I didn't want to compress anything, and everything's high resolution in here, and the page is as tall as I am. So I just tried to figure out, so I used the Pingdom tool as the first step, and then I got this list of why it was taking 5 or 4 seconds in some cases, and I just found so much crazy stuff. It's loading things that aren't even on that, you can't even see on that page. And all these old tools I had from like 3 years ago with plugins that don't even exist anymore. There's just all sorts of garbage in my code. And lots of images. And I had what did I have? I had like a Facebook face pile, an Instagram feed, Twitter feed. I'm pulling files for each one of these tabs. So I'm doing a lot of stuff. So yesterday, I was just kind of going through, just using this tool and identifying some of the images, the image sizes, and the page speed. I think I brought down my server twice when I was like installing and taking out all these. I had like 12 plugins I wasn't using. So I think this showed my site went down a couple times. So I think my next step, I'm going to look at my server and what's happening. But the one thing I was able to do, and this is pingdom.com, my page size, I think eventually I got it down. So from 3.8 megs, this is a start. I got it down to 2.7 megs. And then the request that I was making, I think it was up to 160 2 days ago. And I got it down to 130. So I think I just have a couple more slides. This is going to be lightning fast, but I wanted to show just my progress, and I hope maybe each WordPress meetup I can come back and give a little update here and see how I'm doing. But at least I want to show and what I've done so far. And this is mostly this January 10th. Yeah, so this is just over this weekend. I think this is when I first started, but I didn't do anything. And I guess I added some requests because everyone loved the Instagram, our Instagram account. So then I'm like, oh, let's put those on the homepage, and it pulls in all these images, and it takes like another second or half a second to do that. So I even started making progress over the weekend, and I think I added more requests. I think that's what I added in between. Here's some Instagram free plugin. But just by doing some of the cleanup of some of the images that I saw and compressing them on some of the recommendation sizes, actually this morning I was able to get it down to 134 requests. And this varies, I guess, maybe by, I don't know, the amount of people visiting the site or demands on the server. But at least one time I did get it under 2 seconds within 2 days of just hacking on my site without moving it to another server, without getting anyone else involved, just cleaning up my plugins, compressing images, and identifying, kicking out some of the free plugins like the Instagram plugin that I had, and then I used some newer code for a Facebook plugin. So I got my page size down a little bit, which I'm going to work on. So my goal is maybe next time, when PHP 7's already out, we'll see. But at least from the start of where I was in the summer and even a few days ago, in some instances, I've been able to cut down my load time in half. That's my progress so far. What would people recommend I do next? Maybe I'll take a few ideas and I'll go try them. You got to plug it. Or did you?
P3 Profiler. It's made by GoDaddy, which is a terrible hosting company.
Yeah, that really sounds terrible.
Okay. They've got this nice lightweight plugin. Basically, it looks at the WordPress core load time. It's got a number of HTTP requests, database requests, and it shows you breakdown in a nice graphical chart of all of your plugins and how long they're taking to load and how the resources. Okay. It's a nice start.
Okay, I'll check that out. Anyone else have
I
any?
think. Oh, yeah. Take it on. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. I think a great tip could be to look into the CDN network that you can use, perhaps Cloudflare. Or, yeah. There are a lot of services that provides your images more faster and in parallel sequences, so the browser can just fetch them up, because you have like 0 in parallel downloads and 0 in minimizing and so on. So you can use external services to get your page more fast.
Great. Mm-hmm. I'll do it. Yeah.
Why is the performance grade go down the faster your site's going? Normally it should be going up.
How do they frame that?
62.
It should be getting up to like
it is.
90 or.
how does it phrase that? What's the phrase? Did you have pingdom?
Oh, it's
Okay.
like 2,000 metrics. It's really hard.
Okay, but what's the
pinpoint.
main? How does it frame the main score here?
Okay.
What does it say?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you
Performance grade. Yeah. You have the total
Oh, you're-
performance grade of every parameter.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Oh, your website is faster than
So I can take a
80% of all tested websites.
look. I can take a look in the history.
48.
Perhaps see
The performance should go up.
I'm using the same tool from time to time, and I have the same. I call it bug. You know, it's because
Okay.
for me it doesn't really make
Okay.
sense. I have the same issue
Yeah,
when I do the
that's,
tests. It gets faster and page size is slower, but performance grade is sometimes decreasing, and then you're running again, and all of a sudden it's at 90 or so.
It just makes
Yeah.
you go back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess this is what I'm seeing popping up that I was getting happier with. This 80% of all websites, then is a 48, then is a 41. At least that score
And
makes,
everyone gets it.
makes sense. Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess at least maybe these are better
Yeah.
metrics to look at for now. So I'll look at CDN and then I'll look at.
I mean, those are massive page sizes, and the CDN is going to dramatically
Yeah.
increase.
Dramatic.
Particularly if you're using nice, large imagery.
Yeah.
And you don't want to compromise on the quality
Yeah.
of your images.
Yeah, yeah.
The CDN is the way to go, for sure.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks everyone for tonight. Thanks for all the presenters, Guy, Christian, Stanislav, Marcus. It was a great event. And thanks to Brandson again for the space and the food and inviting us all here. And in the next couple months, we'll set up our next event. And thanks for the stream, guys.